the recording or wonderful fans. Did I show you guys? Did I tell you guys what Elijah had said? Hold on.
No.
He he sent me like a.
Is this cute or not, you guys?
Oh, he thought it was hilarious that we were like that. I was telling. Oh, that is really cute. He thought it was
I
hilarious that I
can
was
buy it.
telling Julia that you were just mad that there wasn't enough smut in in Neverending Story.
That's what I'm mad about.
Yeah.
That's not even close, but okay.
Who's up first?
I
Oh,
don't
it's
know, but
probably
I can
me,
go.
huh? Oh,
Oh, okay.
you can go if you want to go. Go for it.
Cool. Let me pull off to the side. Thanks, Mark. I think much I love the second half way more than the first half. And I think I got that feeling of the fairy tale and like just like the whimsy and just all of it in the sec. Why the fuck is my head so big? Is it big to anybody else?
It's true to life.
No.
Okay. Um I feel like I got the whimsy and just like that childhood awe that I feel like I was looking for in the first half. I don't know if maybe I was, subconsciously influenced by you guys because I am not strong-willed in certain things. Um, but yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was like really interesting, like the phases they had to go to and like the town of all the people that were, emperors at one point. And I think a lot
Mm,
of the book also kind of spoke about greed, which I appreciated in the end, and just like how far you're willing to like give up just to be greedy, like all those people, like all of their wishes and all of that. Um, but overall, I loved the end of the book, and I think it really solidified it for me as what it was supposed to be instead of the first half. But I'll think of more when you guys come.
nice. You want to go or shall I?
I can go because I felt the opposite where for me the second part just completely went off the rails and I was so confused. I was like,
Hmm.
whoa, what's happening? It's
Okay.
like it was two stories in one, like it could have been two books. That's
Maybe
how I
that's why.
felt. But it wasn't bad in any way. I was just like, what is happening? So much was happening in part two, actually. So I was like, huh, okay. But it still had that element of whimsy, so I like that. Bastian becoming the bad guy was interesting. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool that he himself kind of started becoming the villain, so that was interesting. But yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, huh, whoa, so much is happening. Yeah, but it was pretty good, not gonna lie. But it's just
Did you
that
like the
it was a
pace or
lot.
just like how much stuff happened?
Hmm?
Was it the pace or just like how much more stuff was happening?
How much more stuff was happening? I
Mm.
feel like in part one, it was very evenly paced out, but in part two, everything just suddenly started happening all at once. And Bastian was going crazy. That made me go crazy. So, yeah, pretty interesting. But still good. Well, at the end, he got home, so happy ending. Yeah.
That didn't sound enthusiastic at all, but no.
Yeah.
Happy ending. Mm.
Happy ending.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. I have a lot to say. You go. You probably have more.
Dang. Okay. Um. I I thought it was great. I didn't have any trouble with the pacing or whatever it was. It was a lot, but I kind of liked it, and I kind of liked. I also well, I didn't just like it. I kind of loved that there was like a purpose for it being so much. Like I loved that there was like a reason for how like the narrator would keep saying like, but that's another story for another time and like for
Yeah.
another blah 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 and like it's now like Atreyu's job to go and finish everything that he started. I thought that that was cool. I also didn't feel bad for Atreyu doing that because he's just like a natural born adventurer and probably should have been the one doing all this stuff in the first place. Um, but yeah, definitely like a huge, like a crazy amount of stuff was happening. I agree. I just for me like it wasn't like a bad thing, but it was like it was insane. I was thinking about it, and I think that there was probably as much plot in this move in this book, like the whole book, as maybe like all 7 books of Throne of Glass. Like in terms of just like how much stuff was happening, like it was blowing through. Like in a single chapter, we were getting enough stuff that you could have filled up a whole book with, or even more. And
That's true.
like I said, it did remind me of like the Bible like that, because it's kind of the same way. Like you look at like a book in Genesis, you can make like a trilogy about if you wanted to get dig into it, because it skips over so much, just how people were like feeling and what people were doing and blah blah blah. It's just like the big bullet points, and so this was doing that a lot. And then it would kind of pause, and you'd get like vignettes, and you'd get talking and character development when it kind of mattered, and then it just started fast forwarding again. I thought that was I kind of thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was refreshing. I liked the speed, but it was intense. I agree, it was intense. Um,
What?
I think that for me it was like building better and better. I was getting like happier and happier reading it. It was very very fulfilling, me loving this movie so much that this book is like so good to me. But then like at the end, I guess I don't even fully understand the purpose or the point, but like that idea of like, I guess Fantastica is like just like the source or the destination of all of our imaginations or dreams or storytelling or whatever the heck it was like trying to say. I thought that was like really cool how like the author, or not the author, the bookkeeper, or the bookstore owner had like been there too, but just like in different ways, and just kind of saying that like we all go there here and there. I thought that was kind of cool. Um, Probably like the only like disappointing thing for me was Bastion's like right hand lady, that like sorceress chick.
No, we that yes, that nothing happened to her after she was evil
How she
as fuck.
just yeah, she just sort of like accidentally committed suicide, and that was it. That was weird, and I thought that like more would have happened. But at the same time, I really liked every time something truly crazy was happening. I kind of liked how the narrator said like scholars debated for hundreds of years about like what really happened here. You know what I mean? And so it was like I kind of gathered it as like it must have been a scenario where like no one was alive to tell the tale of what really happened to that woman. So it's kind of cool how it was told, I guess. But I wish we would have known and something different would have happened to her. Um, that was like probably my only main negative, and if anything, it made me. It was interesting because I had this thought, and I was like, I wonder what Atreyu and Falcor were up to like this whole time, and that would probably make a really like badass story. Probably like a more badass story in like a more conventional normal sense, where it just goes slow and it's broken up into like a trilogy instead of Bastion and his like countless wishes and stories and stuff. But at the same time, like I wasn't mad about it, because that was, again, it was like sort of like the point of the book, that like all of this stuff was happening and it was all his doing, and it was all just like his like mind kind of going crazy, and I thought that was all quite cool. But yeah, I do kind of wonder what Sebastian, about what Atreyu and Falcor were up to that whole time, because they were clearly having their own cool adventures.
I think if we got something more of like Atreyu than Bastion, I would have been fine. Bastion was kind of a bitch in the end. He was a bitch when he was a little like not in Fantastica, and then he became an even bigger bitch when he was in Fantastica,
Sure.
just so you know.
Yeah. I actually sort of liked that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I also disliked him, but to me, I thought it was like, for him being a bitch and being the way that he was, if he went to Fantastica and got all of these powers and all of a sudden became like a magnanimous human being, that would be kind of like well, frankly, that would be like how all other fantasies go. But probably more realistically, is it would just magnify his bitchiness, and I kind of liked that
That's fair.
fact. Uh, but yeah, that was interesting. It was just like all of his insecurities and all of his, he just you like you'd think a kid like that who's getting bullied and picked on and stuff would probably have like a deep down power trip issue, and like he did, and it kind of like flourished, and yeah, yeah, fascinating. What are you doing over there? Oh.
Was it as close to the like movie as you expected?
Like I said, like the first like I don't know if it's like 30% of it I thought was pretty darn like I guess the movie was pretty faithful to the book, but everything else was completely new, or at least to me. Maybe all this stuff happens in Neverending Story 2 and 3. Apparently they're making another one of these. It's going to come out in maybe like
Really?
2027. Yeah, it's like in production right now.
Oh,
I saw that somewhere. But yeah, it was like pretty close to the movie. It's just that like that was so long ago that that ended. I was like, yeah, it was mostly all new, which was pretty cool.
mm,
And all of the new stuff to me like isn't really like the movie. Like if this were broken up into like a trilogy, book 2 and book 3 would be very different and very divisive, as it is in our group
that's
here.
true.
Look at that.
So what's your final points, Manel, reading? Because it was like like a four heavy four in the beginning, right?
Yeah,
Heavy.
it was. Part two kind of messed me up. Well, not messed me up, but yeah, I don't know, like a 3.5
Hmm.
or
So it didn't fall like
3.
crazy low.
No, it
Okay.
didn't fall crazy though. It didn't like make it bad or anything. Just like, yeah, like
It
what
was
he
just
was.
a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
Not bad. How about you,
Darren
Julia?
5.
I'm gonna give it a 5. Pretty solid.
I'm a 4. I'm a 4 just because, but then I also wonder if like, you know, oh shit, there I guess. Breaking things in TJ Maxx. I'm good. Um, but then like now that you guys were talking about it and like I was thinking about it, I was like, I wonder what that says about me. Like, do I need like a faster paced book? And I was trying to think back as if like, is it delayed gratification? Like, am I bad at that? Is that what it was? Like because you had to like wait for it? I don't know. So I'm trying to think
Hmm.
if like I need more in a book sooner rather than later. And if like I need, but I've mentioned I enjoy some slow paced books. So I think I'm fine. But it got me thinking about that.
That's fair.
But,
That's true.
so,
So like Julia
but yeah,
wasn't a big fan, became a big fan. I was a big fan
yeah.
throughout. Manel was a big fan and became a smaller fan. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if this exact thing has happened to us before. It's kind of cool.
Here's the opinion. Which one looks better?
When I'm looking at in this
Hmm.
like tiny thing, it like I want to say the one with the bigger flowers because to me the other one like has like too small of flowers. But given that I know that it's actually 4 feet big, maybe they're both
Yeah,
nice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Same.
Hmm.
I agree. The bigger flowers look better to me right now on this tiny, like
Sure.
2 inch
But if I
flower.
was standing there, they might be like two big ass of flowers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to turn my camera back. What the fuck? I feel like a boomer. I literally cannot turn my camera back. You guys,
Oh, back to you.
what the fuck?
Uh,
I'm so serious. It won't let me turn it around. What do I
I,
do?
oh, what? Uh, uh, did it kick you out? Um, hello? What the heck? All right. I'm going to kill the YouTube.